Daniel couldn't stop thinking about what he had learned. The more he studied the financial system, the more he realized something uncomfortable. Most people were playing a game they didn't fully understand. They worked harder. They earned more. They saved more. Yet somehow, they felt further behind. It wasn't because they lacked intelligence. It wasn't because they lacked discipline. It was because the rules had changed, and most people were still following instructions designed for a world that no longer existed. For decades, success followed a relatively simple formula. Get an education, find a stable job, work hard, save money, buy a house, retire. That formula built the middle class. It created prosperity for millions of families. But every formula has an expiration date, and Daniel was beginning to suspect that this one had already expired. History is filled with moments like this. Moments when old systems stop working and new systems begin emerging. The problem is that these transitions are rarely obvious while they're happening. People living through the Industrial Revolution didn't know they were witnessing one of the greatest transformations in human history. People living through the birth of the internet didn't know it would reshape the entire global economy. Change is only obvious when looking backward, never while living through it. And that is exactly what makes the present moment so important. Because while most people remain focused on yesterday's opportunities, a new form of wealth creation is emerging right in front of them. Daniel began studying the wealthiest individuals of the modern era. At first, he expected to find some secret investment strategy, some hidden stock, some magical formula. Instead, he discovered a pattern. The wealthiest people weren't simply earning money. They were building systems. Systems that continued generating value whether they were working or not. A software company, a media platform, a global brand, an audience, an intellectual property portfolio, a network. The specific asset didn't matter. The principle remained the same. Ownership. Again and again, ownership appeared at the center of every major fortune. This realization completely changed the way Daniel thought about wealth. For years, he believed wealth was something you accumulated. Now he realized wealth was something you owned. And ownership behaves differently than income. Income requires continuous effort. Ownership can continue creating value long after the initial work is completed. A worker gets paid once. An owner can get paid repeatedly. That's why leverage matters so much. Leverage is the ability to multiply the results of your effort. Imagine two people. The first person spends 10 hours every day performing a task manually. The second person spends those same 10 hours building a machine that performs the task automatically. At first, both people appear equally productive. But over time, the difference becomes enormous. The machine keeps working. The machine keeps producing. The machine keeps creating value. This is the power of leverage. And throughout history, every major leap in wealth creation has been driven by leverage. Factories created industrial leverage. Media created communication leverage. Software created digital leverage. And now humanity is entering an entirely new era. The era of artificial intelligence. Most people think AI is simply another technology trend, another headline, another innovation, another tool. But Daniel saw something much bigger. For the first time in history, intellectual labor itself could be amplified at scale. A single creator could produce the work of an entire team. A single entrepreneur could reach a global audience. A single individual could build products, services, and businesses that previously required large organizations. The barriers that once protected established institutions were beginning to disappear. And whenever barriers disappear, opportunities emerge. This is why the great wealth migration is happening. Not because people are physically moving, but because they are changing positions. Moving from consumers to creators. Moving from labor to leverage. Moving from dependence to ownership. Moving from traditional systems into digital systems. And perhaps most importantly, moving from scarcity toward scale. The old economy rewarded access. The new economy rewards attention. The old economy rewarded location. The new economy rewards distribution. The old economy rewarded physical infrastructure. The new economy increasingly rewards digital infrastructure. A single video can reach millions of people. A single piece of software can serve customers around the world. A single idea can spread globally within hours. This was impossible for most of human history. Today, it is normal. Daniel realized that humanity wasn't just experiencing another economic cycle. It was experiencing a technological shift. And technological shifts create extraordinary winners not because they guarantee success, but because they create opportunities that never existed before. The people who recognized the power of electricity built empires. The people who recognized the power of the automobile built industries. The people who recognized the power of the internet built trillion-dollar companies. Every generation experiences a transformation that reshapes wealth. And every generation contains people who fail to recognize it until it's too late. Daniel didn't want to be one of those people. He understood that predicting the future perfectly was impossible. Nobody knows exactly what will happen. Nobody knows which companies will dominate. Nobody knows which technologies will win. But history suggests something important. The biggest rewards often go to those who recognize the direction of change before everyone else. And the direction of change was becoming increasingly clear. The future belonged to builders, to creators, to owners, to people who understood leverage, to people who understood technology, to people willing to adapt. Meanwhile, millions remained trapped inside an outdated mindset. They continued measuring success using old rules, old assumptions, old strategies. They believed the solution was simply working harder. But Daniel now understood something different. Hard work remains important, but hard work without leverage has limits. There are only 24 hours in a day. There is a limit to how much labor a person can sell. There is no limit to how much value a scalable asset can create. This is why the wealthiest individuals focus so heavily on ownership. Ownership breaks the connection between time and income. Ownership creates optionality. Ownership creates freedom. Ownership creates leverage, and leverage creates wealth. The great wealth migration isn't really about money. It's about positioning. Positioning yourself where future value is likely to be created. Positioning yourself near growth instead of decline. Positioning yourself near innovation instead of stagnation. Positioning yourself near leverage instead of limitation, because history rarely rewards those who wait for certainty. By the time certainty arrives, the opportunity is often gone. The internet looked risky before it looked obvious. Social media looked insignificant before it looked inevitable. Artificial intelligence looks uncertain today, but so did every major transformation before it. Daniel finally understood something that changed his life. The goal was never to predict every detail of the future. The goal was to recognize the direction of change. Because once you recognize the direction, you can begin positioning yourself accordingly. The world was changing. Technology was changing. Money was changing. Opportunity was changing. And whether people realized it or not, they were changing too. The great wealth migration had already begun. The only question was whether people would recognize it before everyone else did. And that question would determine far more than most people could imagine. Daniel used to believe that the future was predictable. Study hard, get a good job, save money, invest carefully, retire comfortably. It sounded simple, logical, safe. For decades, millions of people followed that exact roadmap. And for a long time, it worked. But the deeper Daniel looked into history, the more he realized something uncomfortable. Every generation assumes the rules they inherited will continue forever. Every generation believes the system around them is permanent, and every generation is eventually proven wrong. The Roman Empire seemed permanent. It wasn't. The British Empire seemed permanent. It wasn't. The industrial economy seemed permanent. It wasn't. Change is the only constant in human history. Yet people continue behaving as if the future will look exactly like the past. The more Daniel studied economic history, the more he noticed a pattern. The biggest fortunes were rarely built during periods of stability. They were built during periods of transition. When agriculture gave way to industry, fortunes were created. When railroads connected nations, fortunes were created. When electricity transformed cities, fortunes were created. When the internet connected the world, fortunes were created. Every major technological shift created winners and losers. Not because some people were smarter, not because some people were luckier, but because some people recognized change before everyone else did that. Realization forced Daniel to ask a difficult question. What if another transition was happening right now? What if the world was changing in ways most people still couldn't see? At first, the evidence seemed small. Remote work, artificial intelligence, digital businesses, online education, creator economies, global audiences. None of these developments looked revolutionary on their own. But history teaches an important lesson. Revolutions rarely announce themselves. They begin quietly, almost invisibly. Then suddenly, they appear everywhere. Think about the internet. In the early 1990s, most people dismissed it. Some called it a fad. Others called it a toy. Very few imagined it would become the foundation of modern civilization. Yet within a few decades, entire industries were transformed. Newspapers declined. Retail changed forever. Communication became instant. Information became global. The world that existed before the internet now feels almost unrecognizable. The same pattern repeats throughout history. The future arrives slowly. Then, all at once, Daniel realized something else. Most people spend their lives preparing for a future that no longer exists. They learn skills designed for old systems. They follow advice created for old economies. They build plans around assumptions that are rapidly becoming outdated. Meanwhile, a small group of people adapt. They learn new skills. They build new systems. They position themselves where growth is happening, instead of where growth used to happen. And over time, the gap between these groups becomes enormous. The old world rewarded obedience. The new world rewards adaptability. The old world rewarded stability. The new world rewards flexibility. The old world rewarded specialization. The new world increasingly rewards learning. This doesn't mean traditional careers are disappearing. It means the environment surrounding those careers is changing faster than ever before. The ability to learn may become more valuable than any specific skill itself. Daniel began looking at wealth differently. For years, he thought wealth meant having more money. Now he understood that wealth was really about having more options, more freedom, more control, more ownership. Money mattered. But money alone wasn't enough. True wealth meant possessing assets that could grow regardless of whether you were actively working. Assets created resilience. Assets created leverage. Assets created independence. The people thriving in the modern world weren't simply earning income. They were building systems. They were creating products, building audiences, developing software, acquiring intellectual property, investing in assets. They understood something most people overlooked. Income pays bills. Ownership builds wealth. And the larger the system became, the more ownership mattered. This was the moment everything finally clicked for Daniel. The financial system wasn't rewarding effort alone. It was rewarding positioning, being in the right place, with the right assets, during the right transition. The people who recognized major changes early gained extraordinary advantages. People who ignored those changes often spent years trying to catch up. History is filled with examples. When automobiles replaced horses, entire industries disappeared while others exploded. When computers entered offices, some jobs vanished while new opportunities emerged. When the internet became mainstream, countless businesses failed while new giants were born. Every transformation creates disruption. Every disruption creates opportunity. The world doesn't wait. The people who build the future are rarely the people who feel the most comfortable in the present. They are the people willing to adapt, willing to learn, willing to experiment, willing to position themselves for what comes next. That willingness has always separated extraordinary outcomes from ordinary ones. Daniel looked back at the beliefs he once held. He wasn't embarrassed by them. They made sense for the world he grew up in. But the world was evolving, and successful people evolve with it. The old world wasn't disappearing overnight. It was slowly becoming less relevant. The new world wasn't arriving tomorrow. It was already here. The signs were everywhere. Artificial intelligence was changing productivity. Digital platforms were changing business. Global audiences were changing opportunity. Technology was changing leverage. And those shifts were creating a new class of wealth builders. People who understood that the future belonged not just to workers, but to owners. Not just to consumers, but to creators. Not just to participants, but to builders. For the first time, Daniel felt clarity. The goal wasn't to fear change. The goal was to understand it. Because understanding creates opportunity. And opportunity creates freedom. The people who understand where the world is heading don't need to predict every detail. They simply need to position themselves before everyone else arrives. The old world was ending. Not with a crash. Not with a collapse. But with a transition. A transition happening quietly beneath the surface of everyday life. Most people wouldn't notice it until years later. But those who recognized it early would have a chance to benefit from one of the greatest transformations of the modern era. And Daniel knew the story wasn't over yet, because the biggest shift was still ahead. The shift that would redefine wealth, work, and opportunity for an entire generation. And that story begins with a technology that is changing everything. Artificial intelligence. Daniel finally understood something most people never do. Money was never the goal. Freedom was. Ownership was. Control was. The future will not belong to those who simply work harder. It will belong to those who understand the rules before everyone else does. Because the world is changing. Wealth is moving. Opportunity is moving. And whether you realize it or not, you're moving with it. The only question is direction. Will you remain a passenger? Or will you become the driver? Because history is being written right now. And the clock is already ticking. I'll see you in the next one.